Over to the weather again before all that long, thanks to this area of low pressure, because that's going to move across the south of the country during the course of the next 24 hours and eventually introduce cold northeasterly winds. We can see it quite vividly on the satellite picture. It's this swirl of cloud out here to the west of us, a real packet of showers coming in behind that area of low pressure, and you'll notice there's quite a band of cloud across the country at the moment. That's an area of cloud and rain, sleet and even snow. In fact, if we look at the picture for tonight, you can see that there's quite a lot of rain, sleet and snow working its way up across the country, and I think by the end of the night that'll be into southern Scotland, into northern England. Most of the snow probably on the hills. Could be some fairly heavy falls over the Pennines, southern uplands, that sort of area. That snow drifting with the strong winds. Clearer weather, though, coming into the south. Temperatures holding just above freezing, I think, in most parts of the country, with the exception of some sheltered spots there in the north and northwest. Tomorrow, well, a real mixed bag. There'll be one or two drier and brighter intervals, but I think for the most part tomorrow it'll be a cloudy day with outbreaks of rain, and again there could be some sleet and snow around, but most of that's going to be in the north, and I think over the hills more than anywhere. That's perhaps the best place for any brightness, the more sheltered parts of western Scotland. As for temperatures, well, about the normal for the time of year, but it will be very windy, so it may well feel rather cold.
If very important persons should open their dispatch boxes after the holidays to find a copy of Radio Times, it may be because someone is trying to draw their attention to the front cover. And a new face at number 10 isn't the only revelation in Radio Times. Here's Rowan Atkinson. Now he's Blackadder too.
We live in an age where illness and deformity are commonplace, and yet, Ploppy, you are without a doubt the most repulsive individual. I would shake your hand, but I fear it would come off.
Another likely lad featured in Radio Times is Ian McShane, antique dealer Lovejoy.
You're a romantic so-and-so, aren't you?
One of a dying breed.
Radio Times also has an article about the Living Isles, a natural history of Britain since the Ice Age, which includes some spectacular wildlife photography. And Radio Times documents a shift of power at Westminster. Jim Hacker returns in Yes, Prime Minister.
So, on the whole, if the Russians are going to invade, we'd prefer them to do it between Mondays and Fridays.
Radio Times. If it isn't in your dispatch box, demand to know the reason why.
About to start on BBC2, Derek Jameson looks back on some favourite foreign views of British eccentricity in a special holiday edition of Do They Mean Us? And here on BBC1, the multi-talented Sylvester Stallone, who wrote, directed and starred in the story of Philadelphia boxing hopeful Rocky Balboa, gets another crack at that elusive heavyweight title in the first showing on British television of Rocky II.